Well, Andres, what do you think, my friend?
I think the car's looking beautiful.
Car's looking good. We're in the most beautiful place in the world, right here in California, Pebble Beach.
Hey, I'm just blown away by the things that you've shown us up here.
This is an unbelievable week, isn't it?
It really
There's
is.
action every morning, every afternoon, every evening. There's auctions, there's cocktail parties, there's car shows on the street. It's just absolutely fantastic. This is the world-class event. I mean, if you are anybody with automobiles, this is where you are this weekend in August around the world. You're here. This is the place.
I want to thank you for showing us around up here, and we've just had a wonderful time. And following you around in Bestioni, it's just been an absolute out of this world experience to follow this around and see the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of vehicles. And then every time you park this, all these people that own these vehicles just flock all over it. I'll tell you.
Carl, that's a very nice thing to say.
No, it's amazing.
It's true, but it's a very nice thing to say. I love to hear it.
I mean, talk about an attention getter. You don't want to be a humble little guy when you're driving this thing, because you're going to get overwhelmed pretty quick.
Yeah. Andreas and I, we built this for the man that is not afraid to be up front, because if you're a Melvin Milquetoast, this is not your cup of tea, let me tell you.
Oh,
and
no.
Believe me, it's been our pleasure to have you fellas here and show you a little bit of Pebble Beach, because I know you tell people about it and they go, yeah, but when you experience it, it's a whole different thing.
It's unbelievable.
Anyhow, we're getting this one all cleaned up. We're going to show it around here, just drive it to all the various events, and then when we're all done, we'll take it home and clean it up and show a few more times. And
what's next on the agenda?
Well, we're going to finish this whole week off with all the fantastic events that they have here at Pebble Beach. And then it's October the 18th. We're going to auction it at Barrett-Jackson. The Barrett-Jackson is having their first premier auction in Las Vegas, and we're taking Il Bestioni there. They'll have 800 or 900 cars. It's at Mandalay Bay, premier hotel in Vegas, and it's just absolutely, they're doing everything to make this the most wonderful event ever done. And you can't beat Barrett-Jackson as far as putting on things. These are the showmen of showmen. They're the good ones. Hey, what about you? You're working on a project that's gonna be fantastic. What about it?
We're working on a great project, the Cushenberry project, and it's a little bit different. It's really the restoration of Bill Cushenberry's legacy, because Bill was such a talented fabricator and a wonderful designer, but he really kind of missed out on his enjoying his legacy, because a couple of his cars went away without really the proper recognition that they should have had.
That's tough.
And this car that we have is one of those cars, and he got into a business deal in the early 60s when he was building it, and lost the car, and he literally hunted for it for 35 years.
This was the bubble car that we've heard about it. That's been
the Silhouette 2 Space Coupe.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh boy,
yes.
I've heard about that for 30 years. People talking about the Phantom.
Yeah, the mystery car.
Yeah, the mystery car, and you found it.
Yes.
In a field.
Yes.
I can't believe this.
We found it in tall weeds, trees growing up through the engine compartment. Yeah.
This car has been sitting for 45 years. Was never finished, but Cushenberry was a great metal man. Worked for Barris, didn't he?
He worked with a lot of the different coach builders of the day. And actually, we have interviewed a number of those coach builders, and every one of them says that Bill Cushenberry was the cream of the crop as far as...
Where did you find it? How did you find this treasure?
We actually stumbled onto it just totally by accident in El Cajon, California in 1999. Bill had lost it in 1964, and he searched for it literally until his untimely death in 1998, and we found it in April of 1999.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. When will it be done?
Well, hopefully it'll be done by the end of the year. The car's actually in process now. We've got the chassis out from under the body. We're restoring all the chassis components, chroming everything. We've got the new motor being built. The next move we make is the aluminum body. We brought Willie Newman from New Zealand, and he's going to start that process. And then we're going to take it in the spring to the ISCA Detroit Autorama
Mm-hmm.
and put it on display for the first time. That will be its unveiling.
Well, what are you going to do then?
We're going to sell the car.
Well, I can help you there. There's only one place to go, and that's Barrett-Jackson.
Well, I was just going to ask you
That's
about that.
absolutely the finest people in the world when it comes to auctioning hot rods and very unusual one-off cars. For me, they've got set 4 world records for me. I'll be there this year, and I've got a couple more very special cars that I'll be doing the year after, and you'll have some time to finish the car, show it for a year, do all the things that you should do, and then take it to Barrett-Jackson. They'll do the finest job. They're the best in the world. And that's where I suggest you go, because you've got probably the only undiscovered car built in the 60s that was never completed, and you've got that opportunity with a famous coach builder.
Absolutely.
I mean, wow, this is going to be another world
Absolutely.
record.
We're
I mean,
gonna
it's $1
follow
million
your lead.
car, we know that, so if you're going to get $1 million, maybe they'll get you 2, I don't know. It's a
well,
fantastic piece.
we're gonna
It's the last
find out.
undiscovered one.
We're going to let you walk us through the system. Just about everything you've sold there at Barrett-Jackson gets a world record price. So what I'd like to do is follow your spot when you sell the Bestioni, and we'll put the Cushionberry project in there, and maybe we'll get the next world record.
Well, I hope so too.
All right, fantastic,
Good.
wonderful.
Glad you're here.
Thank you very much, Gary.
My pleasure. Believe me, my pleasure. Now grab a rag and clean.
Here we go.
I want to take this opportunity to thank J.C. Sullivan here, who's been absolutely a marvelous host for us, and to invite us to this very, very special concours at the most exclusive place in California, his preserve. And we can't thank you enough, JC. It's absolutely fantastic. The food, the people, the cars, it's just wonderful.
Thank you,
And again,
JC.
thank you,
Wonderful.
JC. Couldn't have been any better.
Can I get some aircon here?
You get it. Yeah, you get it.
I mean, you hogging all the good stuff.
Go for it.
This could be my big moment.
We'll
Be
do
a
it.
movie star. I could be discovered on this show right
Running
today
out of film.
with
Keep
the
talking.
famous Gary Wales, who is the most fabulous car designer in all of the entire world. Just ask him. And here it is. Here it is. Lee Bestioni over here. His latest
Okay.
creation, straight from Mars. All right. I'm proud to know him.
And there's little Sammy.
And this is my son, Sammy Solomon, who we want to
This guy
emulate
that's
after
got it
Gary
all.
Wales.
If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, like I said before, I have to confess I'm slipping. But that don't worry me. Confidentially, I've got a dream that's pippin'. I'm a lucky. So and so.